beforehand, before he builds, so we know where the leach fields definitely gotta go.
My recommendation is that we do a pre-construction meeting with the contractors that do installation. We could meet out there and know where we're gonna truck, just like what you're saying.
He'll be there all winter.
I think we did that.
I'll talk to him. Well, ours not really, we knew where we were gonna build, we just didn't know where we could put the leach.
Yeah, but I don't think you were there, but,
Yeah, I know that Devin said he met with you.
yeah, we met. But that's what we want to do, is get Kevin Powell and figure out where the stuff's gonna go. We do some soil profiling and stuff like that to see about where.
I guess we're ready. Folks, we stand up and we say the pledge of allegiance before our meeting starts. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, I'm happy Air Force. I got my second half of Army.
You did?
Yes.
Awesome.
I've been fighting with that since May,
Awesome.
so that made me happy.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you guys got the minutes,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna fix that motion.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes with the two things being corrected on the resolution of 2291.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes approved. Then we might as well jump to the claim. I got my one question answered. You got anything, Gary? No claim? Take a motion.
So moved.
I'll second it. All in favor of approving the claims?
Aye.
Aye, again. How about the report? Well, I'm talking about the quarterly reports.
Yep.
We got a bunch,
Nancy did ours like a month ago,
okay?
but she was just jumping the gun. It wasn't actually a recorder, so I asked her to redo it. So here's mine, the recorder and sheriff's office. You wanna look at those?
Yep. Oh boy, we're gonna break the bank.
I know. You guys laugh, but we make more off the GIS on the water.
Well, we'll start off with that one. Give me a motion for that.
And I'm gonna call that the revised one, since he prior did one a month ago.
Motion to approve the auditor's quarterly report.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright. Both signed or just,
Yeah, on the back, please.
corrections?
Is, Rick phoned in?
No,
I don't, he wasn't 100% sure.
I would say they probably have service down there.
Yeah. so I'm
And they
wondering.
ain't gonna have for a while. Depending on where he's at.
They told me they got a B&B rented for the time being.
We approved the county recorder's quarterly report.
Yeah. I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I turned it in.
Oh.
I'll just do it. It shouldn't have to be on the agenda, but I just need your supervisors.
Okay. Kristen,
Ready for me?
let's hear it.
All right, so I'll start with the policy first. So we belong to the ISAC HIPAA compliance, and I've spent quite a lot of time talking to them. So previously we had every employee do HIPAA training. We don't actually have to do that. We can designate ourselves as a hybrid entity. So basically we can list out the departments that would have access to HIPAA related information. And I will send the training directly to those people. I spent quite a lot of time talking to the attorney with ISAC, who basically is part of the fee we pay. We get consultation hours. So she recommended we do a hybrid entity. So then like Secondary Road, for example, isn't doing HIPAA training and just people who don't need it. And then they also have a policy that they recommend that we implement. And then in that policy, it has the hybrid, and it's like a bazillion pages, so I didn't print it, but it's all legal. That's the official term, bazillion. But it just talks about who would be covered and need to do the HIPAA training. I would be the HIPAA security officer for the county, and then I'll send out the training to the departments that through talking with the ISAC representative would be part of it. So I wanted to implement that, so I don't know what we need to do.
I was going to mention that one, I forgot. So Ben, our IT guy, probably should be listed since he's the access.
Oh, yes, okay, I'll add him to that, but then other than that.
Because
He used
to be our HIPAA officer.
Oh, I thought it was Mo.
Well, both of those two,
Sure.
but with him having access to everything.
Sure, does he see like, medical bills and like,
Well, I don't know that he.
but just put him on here?
Good, yeah.
Cool. So I'll just rate him then. No, that's fine. And then the only other thing that was iffy was you was in the board of supervisors for workers' comp claims, but I guess all the information you guys would get if we ever had a big claim payout is public record anyways. So, yeah, so that's this one. So I don't know if they have to approve the policy or the hybrid entity, or
I would. Yeah, I motion for sure, because if we don't have to sign it.
no. Oh, and I'll just keep they said I just have to keep the 5 years, so then if we were ever audited, we can show that we have the policy and who we designated.
Maybe just put that in the motion, who your designations are. I think that way it's on record.
This has to be approved annually.
I don't believe so, only if there's changes. So if, and I shouldn't even put my name as the security officer, I just put I just put HR, just so that way it's not little dumb changes if it ever were to come. It's like, super. So I love, that's the most important couple pages in my opinion. And again, I can fix that. And this template came right from ISAC, this is their approved template. So there's no point in recreating the wheel.
Okay. So then I'll make a motion to approve the policies and procedures for compliance with the HIPAA, and have the HR director in charge of this plan with all the
Designated entities, people.
the heads of the department of that.
Well, it's not department, it's like the whole auditor's office, because it's just all about who has the information, so you could just say you approve the hybrid entity designation, how about that?
Hybrid entity definition.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
I'll second it, but I'm concerned that 2 or 3 years down the road, if we don't do this annually, we'll be in trouble.
We pay for the service. I mean, we pay for the HIPAA service, so they'll tell me if something, and the only other thing it would change is if there was like a law change. So they let you know that's part of the service that you pay for, because it's 260 double-sided pages. It's a beast that no normal person can tackle alone. So they'll help with, and they provide the training for me to provide to our employees also.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then one more thing.
Okay.
So I had mentioned this to you all previously. This is just a copy, and then this will be the main one. So I would like to switch our flex spending provider to Prime Benefits in Cedar Rapids. They're in Lynn County. As I think I've mentioned to you all before, we have a really hard time with the vendor that we have. We don't know who they're charging us for and why. It's hard to get information. If there's ever anything to troubleshoot, you have to submit a support ticket online, and then it stays in their system forever. And I've had multiple instances where they marked something complete and they didn't actually do anything. So I used Prime Benefits in a previous position. So I left my notes, but I think we currently pay like $4.80 per person per month for flex spending. Prime Benefits would be $5.70 per month. But they're well worth the dollar and whatever increase, because you literally have customer service directly in like Lynn County, like in Cedar Rapids, that I can call or email and get an actual human at any time. And if there's ever issues, and then the other thing they do differently is the provider we have right now, they, even if, so if somebody terms and they don't have any money in their account, they continue to charge us for that person for the entire rest of the year. Prime does not. The minute the person leaves, they will stop charging us for them. So actually, I think in the long run, it'll save some money. And I've spent, I can't even tell you how many hours just over stupid little things like, you know, there's a 2-cent difference for something that got entered. You know, we rounded up instead of down or whatever on our side. And I've spent crazy amounts of time trying to get things fixed. So I'm comfortable with this company, and then they'll also have the cards, like the employees like the cards. I would have asked to switch to them last year, but I didn't realize that this company offered the cards because we didn't utilize them where I was before. But they have the flex cards that everybody likes where you swipe. So yeah. So this would be the agreement with them, and then they will work with me on implementation of how to transition from task to them. And they're very, very accustomed. They get a lot of task customers who aren't happy, who switch to them, so they're very familiar with the process. Oh yeah, a long time ago. He did say that, yeah. So
how many years ago did we have it?
It's been a long time, I think. Do you know, Haley?
At least 10.
Yeah. And I think we've had a couple different providers.
Between, yeah.
Yeah, between.
The
So
last one we contemplated before we hired Chris, and we were having trouble with it too. So.
yeah, yes, they can attest to some of the issues. So
This year.
and yeah. So it's just silly little things that should not be an issue that become an issue, and I like having a local person that I know I can call if there's ever anything going on. So
Okay.
I think that you just have to sign.
In the back.
Yeah, the back. I added lines for everybody. They just had one line. So obviously Rick's not here to sign, but
Okay.
I guess I'd move that we change service, or these change providers to these people in Cedar Rapids.
Prime benefit.
Prime Benefits.
Okay.
When is that effective?
January 1. So he's gonna come either the end of this week or next week, and we're gonna get working on the transition, and then I'll get communications out to employees.
All right. I'll second it. So, let's vote on it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. How many copies you want signed? 2, 1?
Just one. We'll just sign one copy and then he'll sign it for me and then I'll give the master copy. I'll have a master and I'll give a copy to Haley. Should I just have Rick sign it later? Does it matter since the two?
If he wasn't in here, as long as I
Have the two. Okay, just want to make sure. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Mark? Yeah, man.
I have a land use application this morning from Colton Kinzenbaugh of Blairstown. The Kinzenbaughs are well represented. Colton's here, Karen's here, Leo's here, and Craig's here for the record. We're having a public hearing to consider whether or not Colton should change the use of 1 acre of land. It's located at 2045 75th Street Drive, Blairstown. It's in section 118211 or Leroy Township. It's going to be approximately right here where the ones are in the middle of the section there. Colton wants to build a house on this parcel. It's just to the west of 21st Avenue by about a half a mile. It's on the north side of 75th Street Drive. And it's currently owned by Leo and Karen. Craig just built a new house just to the east of where this acreage is proposed to be. This land under review is not in production. Basically, the new house, like I said, would be west of the farmstead on land that Leo tells me has never been in production before. So CSR on this site is totally irrelevant. Driveway is pre-existing. If you look at the aerial that I gave you, they're going to come in on the driveway that's just on the west side of Craig's house. It meanders into the northeast corner of where this acreage would be, and then that's where they would access the house. So there's driveways pre-existing. There's nothing that has to be done to that driveway. Meets county's criteria. The new house will need new septic system. We'll figure that out. I was just talking to Craig before the meeting here. We'll figure that out in our pre-construction meeting, assuming that you want to grant the change before we start building the home and moving on with the project. And no well is needed. My understanding is the existing well is there. There's rural water there, so there's no well to drill. The overall land use pattern of this area is farmland, which you guys know. There's also farm homes in the area. This use would be totally compatible with what's going on out there in the area right now. We notified 4 adjacent property owners, 2 of which are family. Of course, we placed legal notices in the newspapers of Benton County, and we received no phone calls or any comments prior to today's hearing. All in all, this use takes no land out of production. It's family land, and it presents no issues as far as I'm concerned with the ordinance or the land use plan. It's a good project.
Move we approve.
I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Get back to your sheriff's report and look at it.
All through. I'm just giving you a copy of the application packet back there that I gave to the board. You don't have to post this or anything, you just keep it in your file. This is the records of Just, you went through this process, or just approved it? Yeah. You can transfer anytime you want.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, guys.
I'll get ahold of you. Or you, we need to talk,
Kyle, he'll contact you.
because he called us and wondered if anything was done. He wants to get that upstairs.
He's ready.
Yeah, okay, very good. Thank you.
And then he will get together, the phone grapevine, get things figured out.
Thank you. Leo, I'm sorry, I should have told you, there's a lever on the side of the chair, you can.
Kick you out. Lift you up a little bit. You weren't supposed to say anything.
Jack in.
Yeah. Yep, see you guys. All right, you guys have some fall.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I,
Hurry up the sunshine.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
That was a nice, easy one.
Thanks, Mark. See you later.
No.
oh, okay, these guys.
Mhm.
Alright. Just wanna make sure. Legal and care.
Okay.
Are you here, Kevin, are you here for, you weren't here for the land use, right?
I move we approve the sheriff's quarterly report.
Okay, I'll second it. All in favor of approving the sheriff's report?
Aye.
Aye.
You gotta sign this.
On the back. Well, yeah, just initial somewhere where I can fold it, that's a trifold.
There's no,
Yeah, I know, just initial somewhere where I can see it. The auditors will just look to make sure you guys.
Okay. What's this?
That's the courthouse lawn,
Oh, okay.
that's for number 10.
Did we get into this?
I know about the driving on the lawn. Yeah,
Did they get
but
a
the other one
copy?
was the cruise committee, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, the janitors get a copy of this stuff too.
I don't know
So
what.
I don't know if
And
that
that
was
is-
part of the cruise committee or if it was additional.
Private, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know that they had,
Okay.
I don't know if anybody ever said anything, did they?
I did not.
just move to approve.
Okay. I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
And that's for the courthouse permission to use the grounds for the spooktacular days from Benton Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, it's usually a good turnout. Usually I'm open that Saturday because of the election, so. Really saw all the people going in.
Okay, how about the Benton County Shoulder Fire Truck? What's the story with that?
So, yes, they contacted me. They were purchasing a new truck pumper, and it totaled $586,788.79. So they're asking for the gift of the 10% match using lost funds. So I have a resolution ready for that.
Can they put a fire out down in my place, Shelburne?
Ambulance service is important too. You need them, you want it to be available.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing wrong with it, I mean, as far as, having fire trucks.
I'll just tell you about it, they're gonna be building a possible fire station.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Shelburne is too.
Who's building a fire
I
station?
think Shelburne wants to, and I think Atkins also, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, Shelburne bought land already.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at
The process.
in the process, but yes, right on the railroad tracks when you come into town there.
I just know they reach out to us and what we can do to help other than townships and what is required. The county itself. We give for this kind of
We
stuff.
go for the trucks, but we don't go for the building.
Move we approve this.
Okay. I'll second it, it's by resolution.
Your second aye.
Seaman, aye. That was for the
Fire truck.
lost fund for the fire truck for 58,000 and change.
Yep. 58, 678, 88.
And then we'll go to the Benton Camp Shelter Fire Association. I'll probably be in the next play run.
Okay. How long will it take, 3 minutes?
I don't know.
Me?
Yeah,
I can try, I don't know.
3 minutes,
Depends on your response, probably not.
that's what I figured. We got that
So,
9:30, the budget hearing, so.
budget.
No problem.
Benton County Supervisors.
This is the auditor's office.
Well, this is Haley, but I'm in the supervisor's
Oh,
meeting.
okay.
What can I do
Yeah,
for
okay,
you?
Haley.
Yep.
This is Peter Meyer,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to check to see that you got my application for absentee voting.
I'll take your number down and look. We probably did, but the first day I can mail out a ballot is October 19th.
So I
So,
just want to make sure that you got it.
okay.
My number, you
Yeah,
have
you
my
might
number.
have it, so you don't have to announce it, but I'll give you a call back after this meeting. How's that?
Oh, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I get a lot of calls from
Yep,
you
understood.
guys or different officers. Well, we've gotten over 700 requests, but we can't mail them out legally back until October 19th.
That one's done.
Okay, thank you. I'll let Danny know.
You got something to hand out for the budget amendment hearing?
I have the resolution, and it mimics the service areas and the publication that we published in the newspaper.
Yeah.
I have all the proof of pubs. I can go over the different ones that we did for. So, let me read what Shelby sent first off. So you want to open the public hearing first, probably?
Yeah. Well, we got a few seconds here.
So a few of them, obviously, if somebody gets a grant
Mm-hmm,
or FEMA reimbursements,
mm-hmm,
et cetera, then they can deposit that, but then they need the additional spending authority to use that.
correct.
One, for example, I entered the opioid funds
Mm-hmm,
in that service area. Shelby had some FEMA funds that were deposited in grants. The ranger wages changed, and the animal care line items, so different things that she had to adjust. Transportation needed a few increases due to like the fuel, just general cost of like their oil and all that stuff. And then he's gonna get some tablets for the buses, so those were up in price. IT with the printer contract, we're getting the refund back from that company, but then he needed the spending authority for that. Veterans for that donation stuff she talked to you on, you guys remember that? So she could have the spending authority for that. Department 99 was, we had workman's comp. That was more than I anticipated, so I cushioned the spending in there, and I cushioned some of lost for the equipment, just like we just did with the 10% match. Just because I knew there was a few of them that were gonna come forward, so I want to make sure we have enough spending authority. I increased my line item for some travel expenses because I'm sending a few others to different trainings where he's gonna do some real estate stuff. So I put 2,000 in mine. Let's see. And then there was conservation, but that was pretty much, we tried to offset it where I showed it with the revenue, but it wasn't too bad, I guess. And I've already talked to you. I don't know if we'll have to do another amendment later on in the year.
You probably will because she found another grant. She forgot to tell you about it.
And it was too late for the publication.
Yeah.
So, yep, I do know that. So, it's gonna be by resolution if you approve all that. The main one was the county environment and education. And then I also put a cushion for transfers in and out for that conservation. Because I don't know if you want to use it all out of lost or the other, but just in case we have some spending authority for transfer. And those are the only department heads I heard from. Here's all my journal entries I've been making.
So the county environment and education, that's all lumped into like
Service area
conservation.
6, yep,
Okay.
so that would be conservation.
Yep.
Yep, they're all service area 6. And there's service area 3, which would be transportation. So if you ever look at the functions, these are funds, departments, whatever number that starts with, but the functions is your service area.
Okay.
So, you track them.
Okay.
So like veterans is the same as transportation. They're the same service area. And then anything with admin or non-departmental is usually service area 9, administration. Just helping you understand how we break it down.
Oh, I do get it. You wanna make a motion on that resolution right there, off the page?
I move that we approve resolution 22-95.
Oh, I guess I should close our public hearing
Yeah, if
first,
there's any
right?
public comments or.
No public comment?
No public comment.
Okay. Public hearing's closed. Now I will take the motion, excuse me.
I move we approve resolution number 22-95.
That was for a budget amendment hearing, or budget amendment,
For fiscal year 23.
okay? By resolution, so,
Your saying aye.
Seaman, aye.
My auditors will be here tomorrow and Thursday, I believe, or so finish up our fiscal audit.
Okay. Yeah, because I know,
And that watershed, which I got that deposit in on that last one. So they asked me on that East Chicago bill, I said we were paying it until that 8,000.
yeah,
She called because we have an outstanding invoice, and I said, no, we're not paying that, and so we're all set. Oh, thanks for the update. It wasn't, it was the business bureau.
Oh, okay. Okay.
At first I was like, what invoice did we miss? We were all settled up.
It's been hard though.
Yeah.
Being late.
So you haven't heard any more on that, have you?
What's that?
Continue it?
I haven't heard a word about that.
I have not heard anything from anybody. I assume all the projects are done and.
Yeah, I believe so. No, I haven't heard a word. And they keep talking about they're gonna have a meeting and then that's part of the goes.
One minute.
I'm early.
You're not.
One. Oh,
Mhm.
I was going according to my watch.
Okay.
Am I up?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. According to USL, you're right on time.
Exactly. Okay, so right now I have the two difference in wages for full CDL and then Class D2 chauffeurs. Right now it is $16.94 for the full chauffeurs, the full CDL, and $14 for the chauffeurs D3, which I have one guy qualified for that. And I feel 14 is a pretty low wage right now. I'd like that bottom one moved up a little bit closer to 15 and a half. In fear of losing that guy, I don't want to lose anybody right now because it's hard right now.
So we weren't sure if we should have a resolution or just a motion, but it's like the way he'll come to you individually when he does the classification changes on the employee as they qualify. This is pre-existing, so.
Yeah,
That would be just a regular motion.
I don't want to say it's for change, it shouldn't be a resolution. It should be.
Okay, we could make one here.
We could actually, I can't vote on it, but I would say we're gonna pass it on the resolution, so we could, next pay period, before next pay period's gonna start.
Do you want us to prepare a resolution for next week then? or
Yeah.
just-
we need to actually still be in the same pay period.
Yeah,
Do you want us to do that, then we wouldn't have to come forward with each individual as they encounter it, or, you know what I'm saying, then we wouldn't have to come forward every time the employee would pass. Or get that.
oh, wait. You're right, because we don't have to do that with secondary roads. When we get to the
Well, they do
classification.
their individual resolutions as they do it.
Okay.
We just did a couple not too long ago. Same with sheriff's office, sometimes they'll, if they go from part-time to full, and we address it at that time. That's why we weren't sure how we wanted to do it.
I suppose to keep it fair for everybody else, it should be a resolution.
And then still come forward with each individual. So that's why I thought maybe this could just be done by a motion for the amount, because it's, or it is one individual. That it's
Right
affected.
now.
But he wants it to go forward. no matter what,
Right,
like
I
that.
do want to go forward because it could affect
Others.
others.
I don't like when we do the wages. You know, you do one motion, small motion.
You could put it in the motion or the resolution. From now on, that the new hires would start off at your $15.50.
Or Class D3
Yeah,
chauffeurs.
of that, you'll kill both birds in one stone. with that resolution. It'll be for him and
Okay.
anybody else. for
So then
any-
we'll have to change the agenda and table it till next week.
That's fine. That's fine.
We can always backdate
I-
the pay or whatever, yeah, 'cause
Well,
we're in the
yeah.
middle of a payroll right now, so we can go.
Yeah, I wasn't going to affect yet, so I mean, it ain't like we could change it,
Right.
Okay, you and I can work on a resolution. for
I'm good with that.
but, all right?
it. Okay,
I'm very good with that.
Okay.
and if you couldn't find any, and I didn't, there was
Find that.
I really couldn't, I just skimmed through and was searching for.
I went through all of this handwritten stuff, even
Yeah.
and I looked into my word folder. I couldn't find anything word from last week.
Very weak. Had conservation last night. I think I told you before, they're gonna get body cameras now.
Did they give any grant for that?
No.
So if they didn't try or something.
Well, the different kinds of cameras, I can agree with the somewhat of a headache. The cheaper cameras are the other ones you're gonna have charging ports. So if you say the charging port is up here to Rogers Park, whether it's at the nature center or in the shop, the guys in a Canon or Wildcat will have to come up here to drop their camera in to get it downloaded.
Yeah.
So to me, that's kind of inconvenience. I can't agree with them. So they're kind of going with US Cellular. I shouldn't say US Cellular. They're going with a cell phone that it's going to be sent up to the clouds as it happens. Yes. So, and of course, that can be kept for up to 5 years in the clouds. We just pretty well everything else. They're winding down the parks. And they're gonna start meeting, I guess, with contractors this week about the hand and shop. Morning, Sheriff.
How you doing? Had security man?
Yeah, I was down there for a little bit too.
Good. Thank you.
I need a pay raise for that.
I'm out of people.
Or I need to carry a weapon.
Yeah, you're supposed to. According to the governor's proclamation.
Well, that was about it for the meeting last night. George, you can start, I guess, even though it's a timed item, you can talk slow.
Yeah. So I have a few resolutions for the 2 grants that we received. One is for some 3M Teletor headsets that are communication devices for when we are doing prescribed burns and also working with the hydroseeder. The other one is for the spray unit for our heavy duty pickup. You just need a resolution and for you guys to sign if you're okay with accepting the grants.
I remember how much the truck was, but the headset deal, how much was that total?
So I have it right here. The headset total is a $2,000 grant. We'd match $1,272.99. That's for, I believe, 3 headsets. And that would cover the cost of all the headsets.
You don't have them yet?
No. No. We need to get approval before we purchase.
Got it. Okay. All right, so I'll let you look at them. If you would, if you make a motion on each individual resolution.
And then you have that packet, or did you need that one?
I have 2
You have that
packets.
one, okay, because that one comes with Tracy.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
I don't need to worry about that.
okay. You don't need to worry about these then?
Well, we'll have to notarize your witnesses. You guys are doing that today. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I can help witness that if you guys I would assume you and Tracy signed that.
Yep.
Because Tracy was originally on that one, weren't you? Yeah. So yeah, if you wanna have them sign that too.
Okay.
So maybe, yeah, I know, you just put, you're gonna authorize signature on those two.
Okay. I'm ready, bring it on.
Move we approve resolution number 2298 and number 2299.
And they are both for 2 grants.
Yeah, the grants, 2298 is for $2,000, and 2298, or 2299 is for 15,000.
Okay. I'll second that, so we'll vote on it.
Aye.
Trimmer.
Rear aye.
Team and I. Go ahead and sign them. Witness the signature.
Applicant name would be, that was adjusted, wasn't it?
Witness, sign.
And then put today's date and all that, yeah.
Rick could have voted on this too, I think. I think he could have.
Do you need these copies to send in with you?
Yeah, I believe so. Thank you.
If you've got a minute, George, let me be with him. I'm sitting there quietly.
Okay. I'm sure you guys know who I am, Kevin Atkinson. I'm here to request the file where you guys would have stated why you chose not to hire me as a vegetative roadside manager.
Yeah.
Do you have that file available as to the specific reasons? Because you guys were the hiring entity, so you guys should have that file of what disqualified me for that job.
I do not have it. I was
Okay.
not on a hiring committee.
It's not a matter of committee. You two were the hiring entity. You guys had the final say-so on who got hired. So, per section 35 of the veteran preference, you guys should have a file that states why you disqualified me.
Our HR should have that. I can get it for you.
Okay, after I'm done here, I will go down and ask. So, at the time I interviewed for the position, before the committee, I stated that HR notified me that when an offer was accepted, they would notify us. Okay, so I was notified. During that interview process, after the county attorney explained to me veteran preferences, explained to me as a veteran how veteran preference worked, I asked to be notified of why I was not selected. I still have not heard. That was due 10 days after, or Iowa Code 35C. On September 27th, I was notified that it was narrowed down to 3 applicants. So, can I ask if any of those other applicants were veterans? Or can't I ask?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just curious. So, my question for you two is, did you feel I was not capable of doing the duties assigned to the roadside manager?
Yes, I never really. We never, discussed whether you were not qualified.
Okay. So in your opinions after, look, I'm assuming you guys have to look at all the applicants. You guys looked at nobody's.
That's why we had a hiring committee.
Okay, so whatever the hiring committee gave to you is what you responded on?
That's all we.
So the hiring committee was responsible for deciding whether I was qualified or not?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys never seen my resume, you never seen anything, so you guys, okay. Because that was my next question was, did you guys think I wasn't of good enough moral character to handle being the head of a department?
We never discussed moral character at all.
Okay. So I will go down to HR and I will ask them for those documentations. Because as a veteran, I have the right to know why you chose not to hire me. And right now, since you guys are the hiring entity, I'm not hearing any answers as to why you didn't hire me. Was veterans preference ever even discussed? Can I ask why? Who made the decision not to use veteran preference? Who made that decision for you?
I guess I was responsible, and I didn't know that there was a special preference for veterans at the time.
Okay. So since you were on the hiring committee, as a committee, did you come up with a list of stuff that said why I wasn't qualified? Because you were on the committee.
No, we didn't.
So as a committee, you did not produce that documentation?
No.
Because as a committee, it had to be all 5 of you, correct? As a committee?
Well, not all the committee members were at all the meetings.
Okay.
Some were on vacay.
Okay. So as supervisors, you never seen any of my qualifications. Okay. I will go down to HR and see if she has that documentation. If not, I will do that. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
HR is just down the road here?
Yep.
Okay. You come with.
Huh?
And you.
You know what? All right. Yeah. Well, I guess we're pretty well done for the day, right?
I do this part because it's my resolution to put that number. Because then we'll have that copy, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think everything gets sent to the DOT, as far as I know.
probably, yeah. Kind of similar to those that Myron does resolutions to authorize himself to do for his bridge things, you know. This is kind of the documentation.
That it for you? Take a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Aye.
Aye.